In this video, we take an in-depth look at the viral video of US Marines being attacked in Turkey and its broader geopolitical implications. This alarming incident occurred in Izmir, where a group of Turkish nationalists assaulted US military personnel while chanting, "Yankee Go Home." The symbolic act of placing a sack over a Marine's head has ignited intense discussions globally, reflecting the growing anti-American sentiment within Turkey, a key NATO ally. This video meticulously dissects the attack on US Marines, providing crucial context about the strained relationship between Turkey and NATO, especially under the leadership of President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan. Turkey's purchase of Russian S-400 missile systems, its shifting foreign policy, and its increasing engagement with BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, suggest a pivotal realignment in global alliances. We also delve into the US military presence in Turkey, particularly focusing on the strategic importance of the Incirlik air base and the controversial presence of US nuclear weapons in the region. Could Turkey's potential exit from NATO signal the decline of the alliance and the rise of new powers like BRICS? This video unpacks the complexities of these evolving dynamics, offering a thorough analysis of how this incident could reshape international relations. Stay tuned as we explore the impact of Turkey's shifting alliances on NATO, the US, and global security. Will Turkey's growing ties with Russia and China lead to a NATO collapse? And what could this mean for the West's influence in the region? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the BRICS News for more insightful analyses on current global affairs and geopolitical developments. Click the notification bell so you never miss an update. In the complex landscape of modern geopolitics, the viral video depicting the attack on US Marines in Turkey is a powerful and alarming reminder of the growing tensions between NATO and Turkey, as well as the broader implications of the shifting alliances on the global stage. The video, as analyzed in the Study IQ IAS report, captures a violent incident that has reverberated across international media and diplomatic circles. On September 3, 2024, a group of Turkish youths, reportedly members of the Nationalist Youth Union of Turkey, TGB, physically assaulted two US Marines in the port city of Izmir while chanting anti-American slogans like "Yankee Go Home." This incident raises significant concerns about the security of US personnel in a NATO ally's territory and serves as a symbol of the larger political and ideological divide between Turkey and the West. This article delves into the various dimensions of this incident, unpacking its historical, military, and geopolitical implications. As the dynamics between NATO, Turkey, the United States, and emerging global powers like Russia and China continue to evolve, this attack serves as a lens through which we can examine the erosion of trust within NATO, Turkey's potential shift toward BRICS, and the growing anti-Western sentiment that threatens to reshape global alliances. Deconstructing the incident. The viral video brought to public attention an incident that is highly unusual for two reasons: the target, US military personnel, and the location, Turkey, a NATO ally. The video shows Turkish youths placing a sack over the head of a US Marine, a symbolic act of humiliation, while chanting aggressive anti-American slogans. This act of aggression was perpetrated by members of the TGB, a group known for its staunch anti-American sentiments. The sack placed over the Marine's head is a significant cultural symbol in Turkey, evoking memories of the Hood event of 2003, when US forces in Iraq detained Turkish soldiers and placed hoods over their heads, an incident that deeply angered the Turkish public. The 2024 incident seems to have been deliberately orchestrated to draw parallels to this event, emphasizing a narrative of national humiliation and retribution. In Turkish nationalist discourse, the Hood event has been used as a rallying cry against perceived American imperialism. And the act of placing a sack on the Marine in this recent video is a stark reminder of this unresolved bitterness. The assailants reportedly belonged to the Nationalist Youth Union of Turkey, TGB, a youth organization aligned with far-right nationalist ideologies. The TGB has consistently opposed US military presence in Turkey, and their actions reflect a broader trend of anti-Western sentiment that has been growing in Turkey for years. As the video illustrates, these anti-American feelings have escalated to physical aggression, underscoring the rising hostility within Turkey towards its Western allies. This is significant because the TGB is not merely a fringe group. Its actions reflect broader public sentiments, particularly among younger generations who feel that Turkey's future lies outside the NATO alliance and closer to powers like Russia and China. US military presence in Turkey historical context. The presence of US military personnel in Turkey dates back to the Cold War era, a time when Turkey's strategic location, bordering the Soviet Union, made it a vital ally in the NATO alliance. The US established several military bases in Turkey, including the highly strategic Incirlik air base, which plays a critical role in NATO's nuclear deterrence strategy. As of 2024, there are over 1,600 US military personnel stationed in Turkey, primarily associated with the US Air Force. Their mission is not only to provide a deterrent against regional threats, but also to protect US nuclear weapons stored at Incirlik, a fact confirmed by former US President Donald Trump in 2019. Controversy over US nuclear weapons in Turkey. The revelation that US nuclear weapons are stored in Turkey has been a point of contention, especially in light of increasing instability in the region and Turkey's growing estrangement from NATO. The potential security risks posed by the presence of these weapons in a country that is showing signs of shifting allegiance toward non-NATO actors, particularly Russia and China, cannot be overstated. This concern has only grown in light of recent geopolitical developments, with many questioning whether these nuclear assets are secure in an increasingly anti-American environment. In the context of the viral video, the presence of US Marines in Izmir, a coastal city and major NATO logistical hub, highlights the vulnerability of American military personnel on Turkish soil. While such attacks are rare, they reveal the growing animosity within Turkish society toward the United States, especially under the administration of President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan. Geopolitical tensions between Turkey and NATO. The attack on US Marines in Turkey can be viewed as a symptom of deeper, more systemic geopolitical tensions between Turkey and its NATO allies. Under Erdoğan's leadership, Turkey has increasingly pursued an independent foreign policy that often contradicts NATO's collective stance. This has been most evident in Turkey's decision to purchase Russian S-400 missile systems in 2017, a move that led to sanctions from the United States and Turkey's removal from the F-35 fighter jet program. The growing rift. Turkey and NATO. Turkey's purchase of the S-400 system is not just a military transaction. It is a political statement. By choosing Russian defense technology over NATO-compatible systems, Turkey signaled its willingness to challenge the strategic unity of the alliance. The S-400 deal highlighted Turkey's growing autonomy in its foreign policy, as well as its willingness to defy US pressure, despite the repercussions. Moreover, Turkey's military involvement in Syria, particularly in operations that have put it at odds with US-backed Kurdish forces, has further strained relations with Washington. Turkey's strategic interests in Syria, the Eastern Mediterranean, and Libya often conflict with those of other NATO members, contributing to an ever-widening rift. This growing rift has led some analysts to speculate whether Turkey will eventually leave NATO. The incident in Izmir, combined with broader anti-American sentiment, adds weight to this argument. Turkey's increasingly nationalist rhetoric, along with its strategic pivot towards powers like Russia and China, suggests that it may no longer see NATO as the cornerstone of its security policy. NATO's response and the impact on the alliance. The potential consequences of Turkey leaving NATO are profound. As one of the most powerful military forces in the alliance, Turkey's exit would significantly weaken NATO's presence in the region. Turkey's strategic position at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and the Middle East makes it a critical player in regional security dynamics. If Turkey were to leave NATO, it would create a power vacuum that could embolden other regional actors, including Russia and Iran. Furthermore, NATO's credibility as a united defense organization would be severely damaged if one of its most important members were to exit. This scenario becomes more alarming when viewed in light of Turkey's growing ties with BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, a bloc that is increasingly positioning itself as a counterweight to Western hegemony. Turkey's shift toward BRICS. A new alliance? Turkey's growing estrangement from NATO is paralleled by its increasing engagement with BRICS nations, particularly Russia and China. Over the past decade, Turkey has deepened its economic, political, and military relationships with these countries, fueling speculation that it may be looking to join BRICS, or at least align itself more closely with the bloc. Economic and strategic ties with Russia and China. Russia has become a key partner for Turkey, especially in the realms of energy and defense. In addition to the S-400 missile systems, Turkey has partnered with Russia on the construction of the Akkuyu nuclear power plant, which is set to become Turkey's first nuclear power facility. The two nations have also cooperated on various regional issues, including the Syrian conflict, where Turkey and Russia have often acted as co-mediators despite their competing interests. China, too, has become an important economic partner for Turkey. Under China's Belt and Road Initiative, Turkey has sought to position itself as a key transit hub between Asia and Europe. This has led to significant Chinese investments in Turkish infrastructure, further intertwining the two nations' economic futures. If Turkey were to join or closely align with BRICS, it would mark a dramatic shift in the global balance of power. Such a move would likely deepen Turkey's isolation from the West, but could provide it with alternative security and economic partnerships. This shift would also reflect a broader trend of rising anti-Western sentiment in many parts of the world, where nations are increasingly questioning the legitimacy of Western-dominated institutions like NATO and the EU. The implications for NATO. Turkey's potential shift toward BRICS is a clear indication that NATO's cohesion is under strain. NATO, once the bedrock of Western security architecture, is facing internal divisions that threaten its future. If Turkey were to leave NATO and align itself with BRICS, it would expose the already weakening structure of the alliance. Despite possessing advanced technology and nuclear weapons, NATO would find itself increasingly vulnerable if it lost Turkey, a key regional player. The perception of NATO as an indomitable military force is rapidly diminishing. The attack on US Marines in Turkey symbolizes a much larger issue: NATO's struggle to maintain unity in the face of diverging national interests among its members. Turkey, emboldened by its relationships with Russia and China, is positioning itself as a counterbalance to Western power, and its potential exit from NATO could mark the beginning of the alliance's decline. Conclusion: a weakening NATO and a rising BRICS. The viral video of the attack on US Marines in Turkey serves as a stark reminder of the growing geopolitical tensions between NATO and Turkey. What was once an alliance based on shared strategic interests is now increasingly fractured, as Turkey pursues an independent foreign policy that is often at odds with NATO's objectives. The symbolic attack on US Marines in Izmir highlights the deep-rooted anti-American sentiment that is increasingly visible in Turkey, fueled by nationalist ideologies and a desire for greater autonomy from the West. The rift between Turkey and NATO is emblematic of a larger shift in global power dynamics, where traditional Western alliances are being challenged by emerging blocs like BRICS. Turkey's potential alignment with BRICS, coupled with its growing partnerships with Russia and China, signals a realignment of global alliances that could have far-reaching consequences for the future of international security. If Turkey were to leave NATO, it would be a significant blow to the alliance, undermining its influence and operational capacity in a crucial region. NATO, despite its technological and military prowess, would face a critical weakening without Turkey's strategic geographical advantage and its powerful military force. The incident in Izmir is not just an isolated act of aggression. It is a reflection of the broader geopolitical shifts that are reshaping the world order. In conclusion, the attack on US Marines in Turkey, as captured in the viral video, is a harbinger of NATO's potential decline and the rise of new power structures, such as BRICS, that are increasingly asserting themselves on the global stage. This incident underscores the growing weakness of Western alliances, while simultaneously highlighting the strength of emerging non-Western partnerships. The world is witnessing a pivotal moment where old alliances are crumbling and new, more dynamic partnerships are taking their place, heralding an era of profound geopolitical transformation.